Good morning. Let us remind ourselves how important it is as we begin our exercise program to keep in mind the purpose for which we are doing the exercise. First of all, there's some reminders that we need to be aware of. First of all, love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and body. And that includes, of course, loving Christ, doing His work, but also preparing your body for that work. And to keep your body in good shape is very important. So that makes the exercise so much more important for all of us. I know as we age, we have a tendency sometimes to be a little lax with our exercise, but it is very important. And so today we're going into our exercise program, and I hope you will join me with as much excitement as I am and your willingness to participate. And I know you will. First of all, we're going to say our prayer. Lord, we thank you for this day and the blessings that you send to us every day. Now join us as we do our exercise program. In Christ's name we do pray. Amen. To loosen up our bodies, we will begin with our hands. Our hands are probably the most used part of our body, unless it's with your mouth like mine. But most of the time, it's with our hands. We're reaching, we're touching, we're grasping, we're handling, we're lifting. We're doing all of those things that involve our hands. And sometimes our hands get real stiff as we age, as certainly do. And so we need to keep those hands loose. So we're going to begin with just a simple little exercise. We're going to put our fingers together. In this case, it's going to be with your hands like this. And like a little spider who does a push-up on a mirror, if he did it this way, we're going to be doing our hands pressing against our fingers and in and out with our hands, pressing and releasing. Get those fingers and keep them spread, because you want to include each finger in this exercise, including your thumbs, of course. So we do our exercises. Probably 10 would be enough to begin with. I haven't counted, but I feel like 10 would be enough. Okay, very good. Now we're going to take our hands and we're going to clasp our fingers together like this. We're going to do a little bit of pulling, just a slight pull. You don't want to overdo it, but you want to make sure. And when you pull, I would count to say 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then relax and drop your elbows. Take a deep breath. Let it out. And bring your arms back up again. And this time, as we pull, we're going to, this is called swing and sway. Some of us would remember Sammy Kaye, the orchestra leader. So Sammy Kaye, we would swing and sway. So we're going to pull gently, just gently. Are you just loosening up those shoulders now? Because we're going to be asking them to do something else in a little while. So we loosen up our shoulders. Okay, about 5 times would be enough. So I've done it about 3. That's going to be 4, and that's going to be 5. Now, good. Now drop your hands to your side and shake your fingers. That's excellent. Very good. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to do is with our arms. If we begin with our arms, we're going to lift our arms up, let them go above our heads high at the top. Okay, good. And we're going to hold them there for just a second or two, and then we're going to ease them back down. Okay, we'll do this 5 times. That's 1. Let's do it again. 2, and kind of reach as if you're reaching for something high up on a shelf and you can't reach it. Okay, good. All right, so you come to me, you have to move your body a little bit. Now you bring it down. Okay, that's 2. Let's go back up with the 3rd one. 3. Oh, good. Oh, I felt the spot I haven't. Oh, good. Now that's all right. You're going to bring that down. That's 4. Then we're going to take it back up. Good. Now, as we get it to the top, we want to just kind of move a little bit without stretching. Just a little bit. We want to loosen up those shoulders. Good. And then there you go. Now bring it down. Oh, that's very good. All right, now we want to do our shoulder rolls. And there's 2 ways we can do that. But if we're sitting close together, we're going to have to limit this. So we're going to have to put our arms to our chest, and we're going to have to roll our shoulders. You know that row your boat thing. Okay, well, we won't sing that today, but we're going to roll our shoulders like this. Get them real loose. Now, if you roll them forward, let's back them up, because you're going to involve another set of muscles. Actually, what you're doing here is kind of stretching your muscle out to get a lot of the stiffness out of it. That's good. All right. Oh, very good. All right, good. About 5 times. Now, I want to begin with our neck. The neck is a very sensitive part of our body, so we want to be very careful with the neck. But there's 2 or 3 things that we can do with the neck that will strengthen our neck muscles. And when they get stiff, when you wake up in the morning and you feel like you got a crick in your neck, well, that's because the muscles are tight. So we want to loosen that muscle. First thing we're going to do is called the pecking move. You know how a bird picks to pick up grain? Well, that's what we're doing. We're calling this the pecking move. So we're pulling our head, and we want our chins to touch our chest. So we go down, let it touch, and then bring it back up. Again, we want to do that at least 5 times. I've done it probably 3 or 4 times. So we'll do it one more time. Good. Now, while your neck is bent at this position, move your head to the left and to the right while your chin is on your chest, and roll it both to the left and to the right. Left and right. And it doesn't have to be in any special order. Oh, that's excellent. Okay, very good. Now, since we have started at the top, we're going through our body. So we want our bodies, we're going to put our hands and cross in front of us. It doesn't have to have any special way. But you sit up in your chair now. Put your feet flat on the floor. Good. And about shoulder width apart. About like mine. Now I want you to roll your bodies. Look both ways. Look to your left and roll it back to your right. Back to the middle and now to your left. To the middle and back to your right. Okay, that's twice. Back to your left. Ooh, felt a sore spot. And back to your right. And that's the truth. I haven't done this in several days. I missed it. Okay. Left and right. Now let's do it one more time. And hold it in this position, whichever side you're on. Hold it there. Let's count. We're going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to go back to the right. Hold it there and count with a little pressure. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. That's very good. Now we're going to do, this time we're going to do a little bit different than what we've done in it before, but we're going to put our knees together. Keep your feet apart. Okay? And I want you to press with your knees. You know, before we used the rubber ball, when we uses that, and we could still do that, and from time to time we could do that. But we're going to just do the knees this time. And when you push your knees together, you're going to feel a little pressure in your seat, because that muscle's going all the way up your leg, and it's going all the way down to your foot. So you're really incorporating about 15 different muscles here, maybe 20 if you count all the small ones. So you're going to press your knees together, and you're going to feel that all the way in your seat. It's going to be a little tight. Now you're going to relax, and you're going to feel like you're kind of sinking down when you do that. And that's because the muscles are relaxed. All right, now we're going to do that again. We're going to press. Keep your feet apart and press. Squeeze them together. You're going to feel that all the way in your seat. And now you're going to relax slowly. And it feels like you're going down in your seat. That's because the muscles are relaxing. All right, one more time. Here we go. All right, now relax and go back down. Now, we got one more to go. I want you to put your hands on the arm of your chair. This time, as we squeeze, I want you to push gently, not too hard, with your arm. So we're going to squeeze and we're going to push. Oh, you feel the difference. Feels like you're lifting your seat up off, and you are. You're lifting your fanny off your seat, so to speak. Now you're going to ease it down, and you're incorporating another set of muscles. You've incorporated your buttocks muscles, which are very important. Now you're going to relax. Very good. All right. While we're in this position, I want us to take your right foot, and I want you to slide it out on the floor until it comes up off the floor. Very good. Now ease it down and let it slide on the floor. That's going to offer a little resistance to it. That's going to give that muscle a little bit of working time. All right, that's just one. Let's do it again. We'll do it 5 times. We're going to slide it out. Point your toes away from the chair, as if you're pointing at someone out there in front of you. Good. All right, now you're going to put your foot down and slide it back. Good. Now we're going to push it back again. Good. Pick it up, point your toes. We're going to incorporate the ankle move in just a minute. And bring it back down. And back under. Okay, one more time. Okay, good. Keep your toe pointed. You're going to feel that muscle in the calf of your leg. Okay, here we go. We're going to ease it down and pull it back. Okay, now we're going to use the other foot, the one you didn't use just then. To me, it's my left one, but it could be either one of yours, the one you didn't use before. We're going to push it out, point your toes, and you're going to feel that all the way through your leg because you're involving most of the muscles, active muscles in your legs. So you're going to bring it down, let it slide on the floor. Good. Now you're going to push it and let it slide again. Take it all the way out, point your toes. Good job. Very good. All right, good. Now ease it down and pull it back. Very good. Now push it back out again. All right, good. Keep your toes pointed. Now bring it back. All right, good. Now I'm going to push it out again. Now while it's out there, roll your ankle. Excellent. Now bring it back. All right, good. Now pull it back under you. Good. Now take your right foot, the other one you didn't use then, and push it out. Bring it up and roll your ankle. Excellent. All right. Now put your foot down and bring it back. This time we're going to incorporate both of them. So we'll take both feet out and push them out. You may hold on to the handle of your chair. I would advise it. Probably keeps us from moving around. And take both of them and push them out. Point your toes and hold it. Now roll your ankles around and around and around and around 5 times. And now we're going to pull them down and out and back under you. Okay. 4 more times. Here we go. Out we go. Out. Roll your ankles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Back together and down and back under you. Now slide them back out again. Good. Roll your ankles. I roll mine in and out, and then out and in. Then I turn around and do it the other way. That's good for coordination. Good. Now ease them down and pull them back. Good. Now one more time. This should finish this drill. All right, roll your ankle. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. Now pull them back. Good. Now this is going to be a modification of that drill, but it's going to work the same way. We're going to take our feet and pull them out, and we're going to open them up about shoulder width apart, just about shoulder width apart. What we're working on now are these inside muscles here that are very important to us. They're very small, but they're very important. They get really sore if you stretch them too much. Now we're going to pull it back and down, but we're not pulling it back under us. We're going to pick it right back up again, and we're going to go out with it. And don't be too fast. Be real gentle with that. As I said, that's a very sensitive muscle, and it's called a groin muscle, but it can get really sore if you stretch it. Now you're going to bring it back together, and you're going to put it down. Good. We're going to pick it back up, and we're going to open it up. Shoulder width is enough. If you want to go wider, you can, but what you do, you increase more pressure. The wider you get, the more pressure you get on that groin. Now here we're back, and we're down. Excellent. Okay. We're going to go up again and out again. This time, hold it. We're going to do it to the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Now bring them back together. Good. And put them down gently. All right, going to pull them back under. Now we're going to put only one leg out. We're going to take one leg, pick it up, and move it out. Now, this time we're going to what we call semicircle. I'm going to move it around, just like this. Okay, good, and then down. Believe it or not, I got cramp from that. Did you feel that? Feel it a little bit. That's because I'm not used to doing this. So I'm going up. Anytime you move a muscle out of an ordinary movement, it will let you know it. We call that cramp. It just refuses to move. And when it does that, it gets very sore because the blood is not flowing through it properly. All right, good. And down. That's great. You've done so great with those. Now, we're going to take our, we're still working with the lower body. We're going to take our feet. I want you to sit up in your chairs good and straight, because this time you're going to be working with your feet. I want you to, first of all, we're going to come up on our toes and hold it, and then down. Then up on our toes and down. And up on your toes. And you may feel this in your leg. It may have a little cramp because this muscle hasn't been used to work on it much. So we're going to be up and down and up and down and up and down. And one more, up and down. Now we're going to do the reverse of that. We're going to do as if we are pressing the accelerator of a car. If you're drivers, you know you have to push your foot downward for the gas pedal to move. So we're going to put our heels up, and we're going to hold back some resistance. We're going to press as if we're pressing the accelerator of the automobile, or pressing something into the ground or into the floor. If you were cracking a walnut, you'd have to press down real hard. So this way you're going to be using a different set of muscles. And you're going to feel up your leg and into your hip. You're going to feel your hip come up off of the seat just a little bit. That shows you that you're working the muscle properly. So now we're going to press. And if you notice, I just came up a little bit. So all right, we're going to relax, and we're going to pick our foot and press. This is a great exercise. You can do this while you're watching TV or listening to good music, or sometimes I even say when you're just outside listening to the birds or whatever. You can press, use that leg. All right, now change your feet. Take your other one, your one you didn't use then. All right, and you're going to press real hard on the floor. And I'm getting a little bit of cramp in my lower muscle. You may be too, because I'm not used to this. So what you do, you just at least get a little, not quite as heavy next time, and you just bring your foot up. That stretches it out. And so now you try it again. Oh, that's good. Mine stretched out good for me. I'm thankful for that. I was hoping wouldn't have to change. I need that exercise. All right, good. And one more time. All right, good. You're pressing the pedal. Excellent. All right, very good. Now, I think what we need to do is, there's an exercise I like to use. It's called the toe tap. What you do, you take the same one foot or the other, and you, instead of pressing, you're tapping your toe. And what you're doing, you're working all the muscles up your leg into your hip. And people with hip problems, this is a great exercise for that, because you relax. It's called toe tap. And some of you are tap dancers, so this is very important. It's a toe tap. I try to do it 5 or 6 times, just like this. Then I change legs, and I point my toes so the toe really is tapping. And you do it this way, that way. You have to bend your knee a little bit. That's okay, because to get the hinge working right, you have to, yeah, just like that. That's great. All right, good. Now, next thing we're going to do, I want you to sit upright in your chair. And this is called a chair twist. What you're going to do is you're going to take your body and you're going to look, try not to lean, but look, it's twisting your body this way. Actually, it's more for your vertebrae, your backbone, all the way up into your neck. And you twist, just turn. It's not like we did last summer, but it's a different twist. So that's right. And some people say, kind of look over your shoulder behind you, because that forces you to twist. And I use that sometimes as an illustration. Just look at somebody over your shoulder who's maybe cutting up or doing something they shouldn't be doing. Then you go there, bring it back to the middle, and then you twist the other way. It's a very good exercise to loosen up your spine area. Your vertebrae really are so important, and they are overworked all the time because they support the body's weight all the time. So you turn it this way, not to the point that there's pain. You never work with pain unless you're trying to design something to overcome the pain. So you're doing this way. Very good. All right. Now, we're going to try something now, because you have been working for a little while. We haven't done any breathing exercises. It's very important that you get your breath right on exercising. You may be feeling a little bit short of air. If we've been doing them faster, you would have needed a little more oxygen. So what we're going to do now, we're going to sit upright, and we're going to breathe in through our noses and hold it, and then let it out through your mouth. And you're going to feel a different kind of sensation, so to speak. So you're going to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now, you know that you're breathing right if your lungs fill up the upper part of your body here. If just your belly goes out, then you're not getting the air in the lungs right. And you can do, some of that's going to happen. It's going to come out both ways. But make sure that you're getting it up into your upper torso, up in the upper part of the body. The lungs lie right under your rib cage, as you know. So here we go. We're going to breathe in. And I can feel my lungs expand. And that's what they should be doing. I'm going to hold it. And I'm going to ease it out through my nose, through my mouth, either place, but certainly breathe in through your nose. And the reason you breathe in through your nose is so the air will get warm, a little warmer, before it gets into your lungs. And the lungs appreciate that. Here we go, in through our nose. And what I like to do is put a little pressure against, there you go, and then out through your mouth. I don't know, will we be having on masks for this? We won't? Okay, so I was going to say, if you have on your mask, you would find this a little more difficult to do. but you could
We
still do it.
might, I mean, we might.
Well, if you do, you could still do it,
Mhm.
and if you breathe through your mask, that would be fine. I have my mask somewhere. And I was gonna try to see how that worked through your mask. Let me just take just a second, hold on. What did I do with my jacket? Oh, over here. Just a minute, be talking among yourselves.
Just like the real thing.
Yeah, real thing. Oh yeah, I need to try this because I have not tried it with my mask. I've done some exercises with my mask on, and I found it's not as easy as you might think it would be. But since we are in close quarters, if we're still under the quarantine, we might want to try this. And if so, if you're breathing with your mask on, breathe more slowly. Breathe more slowly. That way you can still get the volume of air you need, but my mask sucks in if I breathe too fast. So I'm gonna breathe more slowly. Now let it out slowly. In and out. One more time. In and out. Yeah, that worked better that way. So I'll do another exercise with my mask on, just to keep us going. Okay, this is called a scapula. A scapula. Those are those shoulder blades you have back there. Somebody said they could be wings. Angels develop them, but we're not there yet. So we're going to do a scapula. We're going to take our hands and we're going to put them straight above our heads like this, as high as you could reach. Now we reached before when we were warming up. This time you're going to kind of feel your shoulders move. That move is called a scapular exercise. And it's done different ways. Some people do it this way and kind of roll your body, your upper part of your body. You'll feel it moving in your upper body. And we'll do it this way gently, not very much. Because you want that shoulder blade to get involved a little bit. You have some muscles that run under it and around it, but not as heavy as through your rib cage. Okay, now you bring your arms down slowly. All right, good. We're going to do this 3 times rather than 5, because this is a little. Of course, I've been talking and doing this, so you've been watching. Now we're going to bring it down. Excellent. One more time. Here we go. Oh. That's great. That's a great exercise. All right. This other one is, it's called a bent arm. Some people call it U-shape, but you take the arms and you put them out. It looks like a U, if you were to print a U, like this. This exercise is done with you're going to bring it in to your chest and then out this way. Okay. And then in and out. But keep your upright hands. Keep them upright. Bring them in and out. That's 3 or 4. Let's go. One more time. Very good. Now, bring your arms down on the arm of your chair. And I want you to sit up right in your chair. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going to take this off. I forgot it. You may not be able to hear it as well with that thing on. So what we're going to do, this is called a seat lift. We're going to take our feet, and their feet are involved in this, and you can take your feet to press. And we're going to press ourselves as best we can up off it doesn't have to go all the way up, but just enough to put pressure on it, as if you're getting up. Good. And then lean back. Now lean forward and press. You're gonna feel it in your shoulders, good, in your backbone. We haven't done a whole lot for the shoulders yet. That's 2. Let's do it again. I can feel it now. That's 3. Okay, good. One more time. Good. All right. Now, we didn't do all the leg lifts I wanted to do a while ago, so we've got just a little time or 2. Let's do 1 or 2 more of the leg lifts. We're going to take the leg lift and we're going to pull our legs up and we're going to open them out and bring them back, and we're going to put them down. We're going to bring them up, open them out, and back together and down. One more time. Up, out, back, and down. Very good. Now, what I think, we're pretty close to the time on it there, but there are always some exercises you can do at home when you're watching TV or when you're just watching. So what I do at home when I'm just watching, I bring both feet up in my chair like this. Hold on to my chair arms, and I just do gently, just little gently lifts like this. You'll be surprised how active that muscle becomes. Those tiny little muscles that you think aren't used, but they are. They're used all the time. Very good. And you may have some own exercises you'd like to do at home, or you may want to suggest something here. We'll be happy to work with you on that. It's been a pleasure. I hope you'll stay in shape. Remember, we're servants for God. We need to be able to do His work. And exercise is one way to prepare us for that. Have a good